It is finally fall and I'm so excited to get into fall reading. I don't know about you, but when I think of fall, I think of the coziest books possible. I really want to get into those vibes as soon as possible because I feel like the summer has just been
way too long.
I have 5 books currently that I really want to get to this fall. I've either had them on my shelf for too long or they're newer releases and they just really sound cozy, perfect for the spooky season. Either way, I really want to get into them and I wanted to mention them with you today and give you some inspiration in case you're looking for some fall book recs too. The Housemaid by Frida McFadden was so good and they came out with a sequel. How? I don't know. I've never heard of a sequel to a thriller before, but here we are. The Housemaids Secret also follows our same character from book 1 and it takes her on another similar journey as book 1 into book 2. I don't want to get into it because in case you haven't read the book, I don't want to give you any spoilers, but it's a psychological thriller and it is about a housemaid, obviously. So I'm really excited to see if this one is just as good as book 1 because I flew through that book. So if you are also a Frida McFadden fan, let me know if you've read this book, what are your thoughts? But I think she's quickly becoming one of my new favorite thriller authors. Then we have The Fairy Bargains of Prospect Hill, which is a book I have heard absolutely nobody talk about. And I've seen it on shelves, like on those cute little tables they have at Barnes & Noble. I picked it up because it sounded like a cozy fantasy. It has fae, and I love that, especially for the fall. It sounds like a really cozy fantasy book, low stakes, kind of like Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, but a little bit different. So we have a generation of fae that have really had to get through surviving by making bargains and trades with one another. It started off with like bartering for a cup of milk in order to get a piece of ribbon or a button, and it has escalated somehow. And the humans barter with the fae in possibly extreme ways in this book. So I'm really excited to see where that takes us. It sounds to me that the fae are going to be kind of mischievous, kind of clever, and maybe a little bit sinister. So it could be really fun to read as we enter fall. I love the cover of this book. It just gives enchanted forest type of vibes and I really love that. Our main character in this book is trying to help her sister escape her husband who ends up being not the man that they thought he would be, and so she's seeking help by any means necessary, including bargaining with the fae. So I'm excited about this. It sounds really fun and I'm really liking that we're gonna have something other than possibly romance. I think it's gonna be more of like a sisterly relationship and bond, so it could be something unique and interesting to dive into this fall. Similar to this next book, which is the Sisters of Seaview. This is a Christian romantic Regency romance novel. This book just screamed at me. I feel like it is right up my alley. It reminded me a little bit of Sense and Sensibility, where we have a family that live on this like cliffside home, similar to the girls in Sense and Sensibility. This one's a little different. We have our 2 main characters that are struggling to make ends meet, and so they turn their home off this seaside cliff into a hotel for people, and some of the people that come in, instead of them being like grouchy old men or something, they're handsome gentlemen, and they have to marry in order to get their family out of this really, really bad situation financially. So it sounds really cute, it sounds romantic, and it's gonna have some Christian elements in there. I'm not really sure what they are, or if this is based off of a story in the Bible, who knows, but I'm excited to read about it anyway. And I love a Regency romance. This is gonna be really cute for those wet fall nights that we get here in Florida. I'm excited to snuggle up with a blankie and read this book. Switching gears again to something a little more sinister, we're gonna have If We Were Villains by ML Rio. This is a young adult mystery novel.
It's dark academia, it's mystery, it's got Shakespeare.
We have a person that apparently spent 10 years in jail, gets released, and then we get to unravel with him the knots that are this tragedy that happened at the Shakespearean school. I have not heard one bad thing about this book, and I'm very stoked to finally read this book. I have the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, and I'm so impressed with the cover of this book. The black sprayed edges, it is so cute, and I am ready to finally read this book, and I feel like this is gonna be a top contender as like the best books of the year for me. I don't know, I have really high hopes for this. Let me know in the comments if you have read this book, if you agree, if you think I'm going to be really enjoying this book or not. And if you think not, just don't say anything. And then the last book I have on my list is Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. This is a Cosmere novel and one of Brandon Sanderson's secret projects. I'm so excited to read this book because it reminds me of almost Alice in Wonderland or The Chronicles of Narnia. It just seems like a really cute adventure story for young adult readers. And it's beautiful, the cover is beautiful. I've heard that it's going to be semi-low stakes, but very fun and adventurous and different from The Way of Kings, like night and day, which if you've read The Way of Kings, you'll know that one, it is extremely large, kind of hard to get through, and way more of an adult epic fantasy, and this one is not supposed to be that. So I'm excited to read this. I don't think it's gonna be too difficult to get through, and that's kind of what I'm looking for this fall. I don't want something that's gonna be a huge epic fantasy read. I just want something simple, cozy, fun, not very stressful, and I can just fly through it. Our main girl, Tress, lives on this really cute island, and she has a very simple life, very calm life, stress-free, worry-free. She has a best friend, Charlie, and she's really close to him, but his father takes him away on a voyage to like find a bride. Something goes down, not really sure what, but now Tress is on a mission to search for some sorceress in order to get the help from her to save her friend. I think this is gonna be a really good one, especially because this is a new release. I haven't heard too much from this, but from the people I have seen talk about it, I have high hopes that this is also going to be a 4 or 5 star read for this fall. So stay tuned for a book review on that. But that is so far what I really am determined to get through this fall. I will also be reading some new releases coming soon. I'll probably do a video just on upcoming releases for the rest of the year. Those will also be included in my fall TBR, but these are just some that are currently out that I have in my possession and I'm really looking forward to reading. If you're looking for more book recommendations, go ahead and click on any of these videos. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, hit subscribe, and until next time, I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!